Hi, welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. In today's video, I'll be sharing my experience this week, my carnivore crash and rebound. It was a very interesting week. So before getting started, nothing I share in this video is medical advice. So please do your own research before making any health-related decisions. So to give a little background info on my carnivore journey and health journey in general, I started fasting in 2016. Started with fasting. I experimented with different diets, and in March 2023 I embraced the ketogenic diet, which was the diet that worked the best for me. I was really happy fasting and when eating ketogenic. So for about 2 years I only had like 4 cheat meals. Besides that, I was always on the ketogenic diet. And about like a month and a half ago, I started leaning more towards carnivore. So some of my meals I will go carnivore with the ketogenic diet, and I started having some reactions. I learned later on that it was oxalate dumping. So I had like a 2 weeks period where I would go carnivore and then reintroduce some carbs, go carnivore, and then now it's been like about over 2 weeks that I'm full on the carnivore diet. And so at the beginning I had some problems. I had like diarrhea, headache, low energy, feeling of depression in the morning especially. But then little by little I started picking up the pace. I also had some positive symptoms, like my skin started clearing out, more toned on the body, better hair. I had some scalp issues that went away. So I was kind of convinced that the body was up to something. So I decided to go with the carnivore and see what happens. And last week I was on top of the world. Like I was like every day feeling better and making progress. And on Sunday I was really like feeling on top of the world, and I shoot a video celebrating me getting my Paraguayan cedula, and I was really looking forward to start the week. I was just like, yeah, it's great. Then I went home, I ate, and everything I ate my OMAD carnivore, and Monday morning, I was feeling really bad. I was a headache, no energy, no physical energy, no mental energy. I stayed in bed all day. I started my, then I ate a little bit light carnivore. Then I started my my working shift at 8 at night. So I work from 8 to 4. Catch on the things I needed to do, but I kind of I skipped the gym, which I hate to do. I skipped the gym, I skipped sauna, I skipped going out, but I was able to work. I start feeling better at night, but I was really surprised. I was I don't know how to interpret the thing, what happened. I mean, did I complete a cycle, or I had the body was doing a detox? It can also be I always now I'm doing the carnivore, so everything is focused on the carnivore. So I'm analyzing everything, relating everything to carnivore. But also, I mean, life is going on, so it could also be something in parallel. Maybe I just got something viral or a virus, or it could be something unrelated to carnivore. But it was really, I had small eyes, I had like a headache on the mostly on the right side of my head, and my right eye was like small and smaller and a little bit congested in the eye, but no like a flu symptoms or nothing like that, but really headache and a very low energy. But then I picked up at night, went to bed late, like almost like 4 in the morning, but caught up with all the work. And then Tuesday I was feeling fine. And then I picked up and going carnivore, and I picked up the rhythm, a little bit low energy in terms of, I mean, the weather this week has been like really hot here in Paraguay. It's summertime, and now it's February here, but it's like, I mean, it's equal to August in the northern hemisphere, and so far it's been the summer was pretty enjoyable. It wasn't. I was really warned that it was going to be really hot, but nothing too hot for me. But this week it was like a little challenging, especially at the gym without air conditioning and all that. But so a little bit low energy. The other thing I noticed in terms of bowel movement for number 2. So what happened is like, so I had all this like diarrhea, and once I went total carnivore, and here we have a friend. We have a very cute friend. Hola. I'm scared. So after the ultimate diarrhea I had, passing to carnivore, I didn't go to the bathroom for 8 days. So finally I went to the bathroom, and then I was wondering like if that was going to be the rhythm from now on, because with carnivore, you know, you like everything you consume is like it's meat, it's eggs, it's like there's no much fiber, and everything is useful, you know. So I was wondering if that was going to be the rhythm from now on, or I was starting another rhythm. So what happened was that after the 8-day period, 3 days like passed, and on Sunday and on Saturday, last Saturday, I did a fast, like a 40-hour something fast. And while on Sunday, few hours before breaking my 5 or 6 hours before breaking my fast, need to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom for number 2, and so the positive thing about it is like, I mean, I didn't trigger the desire to go to the bathroom with food, so it happened. It happened on its own. It starts raining, so I'm gonna try to not get the camera wet. So that was like I think a positive signal that it happened on the day I was fasting, and then it happened 3 days. So it was 8 days without going to the bathroom, then 3 days, and then I had another bowel movement 4 days after that. So so that's interesting. I mean, it looks like maybe I'm gonna be going to the bathroom maybe twice a week. So that's something I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's a little bit graphic, but when we're talking about health, sometimes we need to. It's not that I enjoy sharing private things, but in terms of like to understand what's going on health-wise, sometimes we need to share those details. And another thing about like number 2 is like so because before on keto I had a daily bowel movement, and now it's like so it's slowed down a little bit, and it's a little bit it feels like the stools are heavier, and also when I go to the bathroom, then oh my god, like the time on Sunday after going out, like it really feels amazing. Like it feels like I almost feel high after it. You know, like it's there's really a connection between the gut and the brain, like a feeling of like feeling lighter. You know, so that's definitely, it's a total different experience than when, you know, eating keto, but also back then when I was eating a lot of fiber. It's a whole different experience. I mean, it's almost like you feel really clean, like you don't need much to clean yourself. It's almost like the waste matter, it's like it doesn't touch your body, like, you know, it's like it doesn't make any mess. It goes, and then you feel it's heavy, it's like, but then you feel really like relieved. So that's one thing I noticed. And then I also, on not every night, but some of the nights I had like some type of insomnia, and I had this like feeling of, I talked about it in my other videos. I will encounter this, experience this in during fasting and also during carnivore. This feeling of falling down while I'm sleeping, and I will wake up with a spasm, like a body spasm, and then sometimes I will fall back to sleep, but sometimes no, like it will wake me up. And I always interpreted this as like a healing crisis of the nervous system, you know. But then I came across of a video of somebody that was on keto for 2 years and had quit. No, it was on carnivore for 2 years and then decided to step back a little bit and come back to a, how do you call that, ketovore, like a mix of keto with carnivore. Like he decided to reintroduce some carbs because he was exactly having those symptoms. And so his explanation of those symptoms, it's more about like the body not being able to hold enough electrolytes. So that was his theory, and then consuming a little bit of carbohydrates helped him keep more electrolytes. So then I was just like, oh, I'm gonna test this. So I had this like little insomnia problem. So instead of having like every day, I have my electrolyte drink. So with 1 full scoop of electrolytes, with 1 servings, lime juice. So I decided to have the double amount a day. And believe it or not, it just like, I slept so much better. Like, I think that the first day I did that, I slept like so deep, like it was amazing. Like I slept really deep, and I think I slept for 11 hours. Even though I went relatively early to bed, like I slept for 11 hours. And then the next morning I was really like, I felt like really rested. So I was just like, wow, this is amazing. So like, I don't know if you've been following my videos, but I've recently I manufactured and launched like a product called the Fasting Electrolytes with my brand YouthLyte. And it was actually it's a electrolyte powder for fasting, so it doesn't have any flavoring or sugar, so it doesn't break the fast. And so for me, it was more like for fasting. I mean, it is, but now I discovered like another. I mean, it's the same principle, but I think also for carnivore, it really solves this problem of insomnia, I think. So yeah, so I was just like, wow, that's great. Like that's like I find another way to market the product, you know, like have a I mean a wider audience for a wider market for the product, because now I can also market it for carnivores, you know. And also I tried, like I do this. There is this dish called cacık in Turkey. It's like yogurt. Like the real dish is yogurt, garlic, olive oil, dill, water, sea salt, and cucumber. And since now I'm on a carnivore, so I don't put garlic, I don't put cucumber, and I don't put dill, I don't put olive oil. So it's basically lime juice, salt, and yogurt with water. So technically, it's we have also a drink called ayran. So it's more of an ayran than a cacık, but I eat it with as like a soup with a spoon. And this week, what I tried was like on top of so I put a little bit of less salt, and I put my my product, the electrolyte powder, inside my cacık or my ayran, and wow, it made it so much more flavorful, like salty, but there's something more. And also I mix it with the lime juice, so it reacts, you know, like with the different electrolytes I have with the lime juice and the powder, it makes a reaction. So that's another also, I mean, it was like all these marketing ideas. So yeah, it could be used like my product. It could also be used as a, you know, in the soup, and like instead of using salt, it could be used, or in addition to good quality salt, also put the product, because besides the potassium, the magnesium, you know, the sodium, my product has like 72 trace minerals. So it's a pretty like a good mix to support fasting, but also health in general with all these minerals. So yeah, so now where I'm at with the carnivore, it's like it feels like I'm back on track. Today I'm feeling really good, and like the weather is a little bit like it cooled down a little bit. I mean, cool down is like 35 instead of 40, but Celsius. Yeah, like now I just don't know what happened to me last week. I mean, maybe it was unrelated to, maybe now I'm full on carnivore, and I'm gonna be able to keep going this way. Carnivore and with lots of electrolytes, so I can get a good night of sleep. That could be the way to go. Now I want to go for, I think like in January 20th, 22nd, I start being, you know, I completed all my back and forths with the you know, adding and subtracting carbohydrates. So it's been like over 2 weeks that now I'm on full on carnivore. Today it's February 8th. So I want to, so if there's nothing major, if there's no major setback, I want to go until April 22nd, full on carnivore. I want to have those 90 days full carnivore and see, because a lot of people swear by that. I mean, they say it's like it's the time we need to for the body to heal itself with carnivore. So I want to experiment that, and then maybe have some. We'll see. Either I keep going if it's great, or maybe I'll go. You know, a little bit like a keto war. Sometimes I miss like berries, you know. Like sometimes I have. I'm really content with the diet I'm having, but once in a while I miss like those incredible blueberries, like from Colombia, like all these like berries I'll have. So yeah, that, and sometimes asparagus, like very few things. Like sometimes I think about it, but other than that, like I've quit all the chocolate, all the hazelnut paste, keto hazelnut paste. I quit olive oil. I quit cucumber, all the vegetables and onions and garlic. I was a huge garlic consumer. Like with all my dishes, like I think I was consuming a whole garlic a day, you know, with like the meat and the jajik and all that. Like, and the crazy thing is like, yeah, I'm not consuming all that, and I feel really good. You know, it's less is more. And also, I mentioned it in my previous videos, like my grocery bills, like they dropped like 60%. So it can be a little counterintuitive because you're eating carnivore and your grocery bills like are dropping. Yes, but I think the reason for that there are two reasons. One is that I live in Paraguay, and meat is relatively cheap. That's meat and yogurt and cheese and all those things are relatively cheap in comparison to the other, like especially Western countries. That's the first reason. And the second one, since I was like very health focused, I would you know, I will buy the best olive oil imported, like things like that. Like so in my basket, like the non-carnivore things I will purchase like good produce, like all the vegetables and all the few processed things I will buy, like olive oil or coconut oil. I will buy, you know, the best possible. So I think because now I don't buy all that, I'm saving a lot of money. Like it's just crazy. I'm saving money, and everything is easier. It's easy to carry. It's easy to cook. Yeah, the only thing I'm missing out is like the culturally, you know. I mean, it will be really, you know, now if I go to Oaxaca or to Japan or to Turkey, I mean, it will be, yeah, I will be missing out on all those like dishes. But I'm not too worried about it. I will, if that happens, I will, once I have it under my belt, like the whole carnivore, the carnivore thing, then I can play around, go back and forth, have like, you know, weeks that are more keto, maybe have weeks that are total like open bar, traditional, you know, eating whatever I like. If I happen to go to a culturally rich place in terms of culinary culture, be like, okay, now I'll just stay away. Also, like I mean, it also depends also how it makes me feel, because each time if I'm going back and forth, if I'm gonna have diarrhea and feel sick and stuff, like maybe I won't do it that often. But now my goal is to do the 90 days. 90 days and see what happens. In about 3 weeks, Ramadan is going to start, and that's going to be another challenge. Well, I mean, in terms of food, what I'm doing right now, it's even more than Ramadan, you know, but I'm consuming liquids, and so the challenge is going to be that I won't be consuming any liquids, no electrolytes, no water, but I still want to go to the gym, and my gym, you know, it's really hot and I sweat a lot, and I still want to go to the sauna, and I still want to go to the co-working. So I'll be doing all that without water. So yeah, that's gonna be the little challenge, but I think I'll be ready by then. So like my goal is to have a carnivore Ramadan, and yeah, I'm gonna talk to the coffee shops I go to see if I can, if they still let me work without me purchasing anything. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I can, you know, purchase a suspended coffee for a student or somebody in need, you know. So I purchased the coffee, but I don't drink it. Also, I looked at the calendar. Yeah, the first weeks it's gonna be. It's just that one, like the iftar time, it's right on when they close the coffee shops. So, but then there's how they call that, sunlight saving time. So then they're gonna move the hours, and also like since every day like the iftar is gonna be a little bit sooner, so then I could maybe go to a coffee shop and near the end of my work session order a coffee, have the coffee, and then go home. Like so it won't be the coffee to stimulate me intellectually, but it will. But yeah, we always find solutions, and if not, I just stay home. Like that's the part. Like it's so far. I mean, I started doing Ramadan. It's going to be I started in 2017, so it's going to be my eighth or ninth Ramadan, and it has always been an amazing experience. Even though, I mean, it's almost like everyday Ramadan for me with my OMADs, but there has always been something special with Ramadan. It's been always like very beneficial for me, because even if you're on a OMAD and everything, there's always like a little bit of flexibility, when you're just fasting for fasting. But when like it's something religious and you respect the hours. So for a month you just don't eat or drink during sunlight, and that does something. And also the fact that like a lot of people are doing it in the world, like maybe not in Paraguay, but so I don't know, I feel connected. Like I feel connected with all these people, and yeah, I always it's a month where I feel really like spiritually it elevates me. So yeah, I always look forward to it. Like it has been always very very beneficial for me. So I really look forward to it, and we'll see. I think it's going to be my first time doing Ramadan in Paraguay. So it's also interesting how, when we move from the southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere, it kind of changes, because lately now, like Ramadan in the northern hemisphere, it's like it coincides with winter, so it's a shorter fast. But now, like in the southern hemisphere, it's going to be a long one. And so if you're not familiar with it, it's like every year it's like 10 days earlier. So in about like 37 years, you do a whole, like you've been fasting like the entire year, So it moves. So it's a great way to connect. So Ramadan is moving every year, 10 days, and also you don't eat when the sun is out, so it really connects you with the solar system. Like it's just it's amazing how it really works. It really connects you with the solar system and the seasons and all that. You can intellectually understand. I mean, any elementary school student that takes like astronomy class, or like you understand it, but living it with your body, I mean, imagine you're in Norway, it's the summertime, and like there's sunlight until 10:30 at night. I mean, you just, it really connects you with the season and where you are on the planet. And it's just it fascinates me. It's a fascinating experience. So I'm looking forward to Ramadan and with the carnivore, and we'll see how that experience is gonna go. And I'll be sharing my experience as always. as always since I started like the channel. But yeah, the channel is picking up. Like I mean, I think like this week we had like about like 10 or 11 more like followers. Like so, and I look at the stats. I mean, people are coming back and everything. Like so, that makes me really happy. To be able to use this channel to pass on the message and learn and share my experience. It makes me really happy that there's some interest for the channel. So thanks a lot for watching this video. The fasting and the carnivore journey is going on. I'll be posting more content, and yeah, and if I'm inspired by another topic as well, I mean, it's more of a, you know, this channel is about fasting, but sometimes like last week I did a video on me receiving my cedula, and like proportionally with the the scale of my channel, it did pretty well. So yeah, I mean, it's a channel about fasting, but life in general, and me being in Paraguay, and me becoming a nomad, and me coming to Latin America, me like fighting for a better future, and being optimistic. All those things are a result of fasting. I mean, fasting started all that. Like, it's just so it's not unrelated. It's not unrelated, and I'm really happy with my life. I mean, I touch wood. Sometimes it's not good to speak like that, you know, like the evil eye and all that. But it's I'm just in love with my life, and where I live, and how things are coming together. And I just started fasting and listening to my body. I just got closer to my true self, and I think I was able to find happiness that way, you know. Even though, I mean, happiness is something very, very, you know. I mean, they say happiness, it cannot be really constant, you know. I mean, you get happy when you pass from a lesser situation to a better situation. But lately I've been really I've been really content every day. Like, not only I'm living the life, my dream life, but I'm conscious of it, because it happened to me in the past that you live, you know, I was like touring with bands and all that, you know, you're caught up into doing it, and then later you realize how lucky you were, you know. You're like, wow, I did that, and we're opening for that band, you know, you realize. And this time around, I mean, it could also be, you know, that I'm maybe like, it can also be, I have more hours on this planet, so now I appreciate better when things are happening. But lately it's been, I mean, lately it's been several years. I mean, almost, my first years in Latin America, it was kind of challenging. You know, you gotta get used to it, and it's like it's kind of it's different. But I think that the past, I think since I left Argentina in 2018, I mean, my life has been great, you know, and really. Almost an accident, and I'm conscious that it's great, you know. I just I appreciate it, which makes it even better. Yeah, here I've already seen a lot. I mean, several live accidents. Like, there's music that's really bad for the. I don't want to get striked, and I might even be like a famous song. So. Yeah, I don't want to get as a strike with the video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for watching the video, and I'll keep you guys updated with more videos the upcoming days and weeks. Thank you. Have a good one.